Alright boys, no need for an intro, let's get straight into this. Here's what you need to know for Solomon and how to farm it. For those of you who've been living under rocks or are filthy normies, Solomon's finally been announced and it's starting on the night of Thursday, December 20th. Solomon is important because of three reasons. Merlin breaks the game, all the FGO YouTubers who spam solo videos can get off to shitting all over Goetia in a few thousand different ways, and there are raids that you can farm. We'll be talking about that last one since it's the most relevant one to this particular channel. Let me preface this so that the innocent free-to-plays hopefully don't get too triggered off the face of the planet watching the rest of this video. The recommended setup and its variations that we'll go over are very whale-heavy, and they've been designed around the concept of farming as efficiently as possible, both in terms of time and in terms of button economy, which is a fancy term for press less buttons. For most of you, these setups just aren't feasible because they involve high-level skills and SSR servants, most of whom are limited. Also, big thanks to go to Gotcha again for providing the details and planning for this raid. When Solomon opens, there will be 7 raids that run concurrently, 7 demon pillars to represent the 7 singularities that we fought through so far, or something like that. Each pillar has its own global HP pool, just like Banana from Rashomon and the Oni Gate guards from Onigashima. Each demon pillar that stands casts a debuff on your team whenever you enter any one of the raids, and these debuffs are also global. For example, the caster pillar puts a Buster debuff on your team no matter which raid they enter, as long as it's still standing. In other words, as long as all the demon pillars are still alive, their debuffs will always be applied onto your team no matter where you send them in these raids. As you can see from the picture that's been up on your screen, you can see what items each pillar drops when you farm them. Every raid consists of you fighting against a 700k HP demon pillar, except for the Berserker one, who's got 850k, and they are all Sky attribute. Every time a demon pillar gets killed, that raid disappears from the server and you can no longer farm that raid. Next up on screen is a table of the drop rates for all the items that the demon pillars drop. Also note that the pillars collectively drop all the mats in the game, even the New Babylonia ones, so if there are some that you need for your New Babylonia servants, these raids might be a good time to farm them. Just go kill Barbados first. Now let's talk bond level, the most important gimmick of this event that y'all love wanking off to in the subreddit Discord and on the subreddit itself. Starting at bond 5, your servants gain a Solomon exclusive damage buff, which is listed at 20% by the wiki. At level 6, it goes up to 40%, level 7, 60%, level 8, 75%, level 9, 90%, and level 10, 100%. TLDR, if you got banned servants, now's the perfect time to take them out of your second archive and dust them off to throw them at some demon pillars or something, cause you probably ain't gonna use them for anything else ever again, well, with the exception of Waver. The ideal team for all these raids, minus the Berserker one, is going to be Martha, Berserker Kintoki, Merlin, and Annie Blonde. The debuffs that the demon pillars cast on you at the beginning can be cleared, fortunately, and Martha is one of the only servants in NA, if not the only one, who's got party debuff clear on a skill. There are servants who have it on a skill too, but it's only single target and not party, or for a few others they've got it on their MPs. This means that Martha is ideal for this team because she only needs you to press one button to activate her party debuff clear, while for everyone else it takes 2 buttons or more. You all should know how much I love gushing over Zerk Kintoki when it comes to farming, and he'll be the champ of Solomon farming once again. The quickest setup to one-shot all the demon pillars, again with the exception of the Zerk pillar, is to have a Bond 10 MP5 Kintoki with maxed first and second skills, and with a Super Sumo, or a level 100 Golden Sumo CE for the extra 2000 attack power. If you're wondering why we're not using Black Grail here along with Waver, it turns out that Black Grail's power mod is treated the same as the Bond power mod that you get during Solomon, meaning that these two buffs stack additively and not multiplicatively as would be ideal. So Golden Sumo stacks better with the Bond power mod in this case. Also, pressing Waver's buttons over and over gets annoying after a while. A few things to consider here. An MP4 Bond 10 Kintoki can still one-shot, but you'll need Merlin for his extra charisma buff, meaning that you can't use Nightingale, or if you still want to, you'll need to use Martha's defense debuff, which is another reason why Martha is ideal for this team. At MP3, Nightingale fails to be an option because you need that extra damage buff that Merlin provides with his charisma to go along with Martha's defense debuff. Also note that because of the damage inflation that occurs due to bond power, if your Kintoki isn't strong enough or if you don't have enough buffs to make this team work, your Kintoki will whiff the one-shot kill by tens of thousands of damage, meaning that face cards can't really clean up the kill nicely and forces you to commit to another turn or two. So it's very important that if you do try to go for this team, you need to make sure that everyone and everything is properly leveled. In other words, go feed Kintoki like 1,000 attack foes, like right now. Alright, so let's talk variations now. If you don't have your own golden and you need to rely on your friends, but they have him with Black Grail up, Waver is pretty much the only choice because you need the extra charge. Nightingale, as mentioned before, can work, but by far your best option is Merlin, no surprise. If you need some extra damage, also consider Demon Ox King and giving it to someone if you have it. If you don't have Martha, or if you haven't done her strengthening quest to get her third skill yet, you can use Sanson or Medea or anyone else who's got a debuff clear on a skill. Medea Lily could also work too, since with her first skill at level 4, she can charge her own MP and use it to clear party debuffs, but that means that you'll have to sit through another whole extra, MP animation. And if you still can't make things work, grab Plug Suit and start experimenting. Using Plug Suit means that you'll have to click even more buttons, but more buttons is better than having to slog through an entire extra 2 turns or so. So, final few comments to wrap up this video. PSA to those of you who have MP5 Zerk Kintokis, if you've got a max level, max Fode, and have his first 2 skills at level 10, please put him up in your support with Golden Sumo, and not Black Grail, please. For those of you who don't have a super buff Kintoki, put up your Merlins instead if he's got max skills, and give him lunchtime if your friends list is full of Bond Whores, or Demon Ox King if your friends need a bit more damage in their own Kintoki team comps, or whatever else teams they might be trying. Good luck to NA, and hopefully Aniplex doesn't have to mess around with raid HP values again like they did for Rashomon. Y'all don't want JP to laugh at us now, do you? Didn't think so. Then get ready to farm your brains out. Again.